Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. Kirk Fox and Aries hosting the new show, The Test, syndicated show. Upcoming episode, listen to this. Lindsay Lohan and her parents will be on an episode. Now, what
is Lindsay on, or is it just her parents?
Lindsay is not on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But that sounded good. I was wondering where I was.
Thursday, it's like a two-parter, or
this
what?
Wednesday and Thursday. Dina and Michael, first time they've been
Dina and Michael will be on TV together.
What are they resolving?
Well,
everything.
They're trying. There's everything.
Yeah, are they trying to just reconcile and get back together? And what's the deal? They're trying to resolve who's to blame for their daughter.
Who's a bigger jerk off?
Exactly. These are all questions that are being asked.
And what is? How do you start off? How do you start off a show like that? Like, what do? You go, we have two of the worst parents on record.
Listen,
like, what do? You
introduce them.
Yeah.
I sit between them.
You give them a couple of cocktails.
And then we just start going. We let them start talking. Everything that you can think could be asked was.
Really?
Everything.
Now, the audience asks questions? It's like a Donahue type thing?
No.
Could I be less hip? Oprah, I mean, Donahue, whatever?
But the
audience gets involved, right?
Well, they're cheering and
do they hit?
There's no violence from the audience. The audience is there to protect me if things get out of hand.
See, that's where you're going to hit.
Do the people fight? I mean, do you have, like on the Springer show, do you have people pulling people apart?
Listen, I'll tell you in a nutshell. I mean, these people, these are real people.
Yes.
These are serious questions, and some of the answers they get upset them.
So it's like
it's not staged and fake.
Nothing
like
is
a lot of
nothing
the
is
stuff
staged, and it does have elements of Maury and Jerry because there's going to be conflict.
Do you feel you're on a first name basis with them?
With the guests,
Maury and Jerry.
Yeah,
why not? Maury and Jerry.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. All right.
But they're more about the conflict. Once they get the conflict, that's where they're at.
Now
I get the conflict, and then we try and resolve it.
This is a big step for you career-wise. Because listen, this guy's got a lot going on. He's got a recurring role on Parks and Recreation.
Sewage Joe, ladies and gentlemen.
Which is a big hit show.
Sure
you got you've been in How to Rock, a guest appearance on NBC's Community. Forgetting Sarah Marshall, you were in The Postman, The Patriot, Wyatt Earp.
Man, that's a good career.
You also
what am I doing here?
You also co-wrote and co-starred in Tennis Anyone.
Yes, I did.
Donnell Logue.
Donald.
It says Donald here. I corrected Donnell Logue.
Take that D off.
Who was a classic trained actor.
Donald
Ivy League trained. I think he's a Yale guy.
He's on Sons of Anarchy. He's on Sons of Anarchy.
Sons of Anarchy
and
with a beard.
Vikings. Copper. He's on 3 shows right now.
Yeah,
Grounded
Vikings
for Life.
Is great.
You currently have a girlfriend that wants to get married, and you do not.
Well, I think, doesn't every girlfriend want to get married? That sounded unique.
But here's the big thing. Here's the big thing. You were briefly married to Allison Eastwood, daughter of Clint Eastwood.
Yes, I was.
Now, what is Clint Eastwood like as a father-in-law? Let's get into this.
Well, I can tell you one thing, if I can give advice to your listeners and viewers, don't marry someone because their father is your favorite actor.
Now, is that what you did?
Of course it's what I did. I'm honest.
Really?
Of course.
Listen, I was hoping, first of all...
So you're saying I shouldn't marry Dabney Coleman's daughter?
Actually, you should. Dabney, great steak at Dantana's. But I'll tell you one thing about Allison. At one point, she told me that she only married me because I reminded her of Clint. And I was like, well, that's great, because that's the exact same reason I married you. So we did have that in common.
Did you have any moments with Clint Eastwood that you felt were touching as a family? Like,
yeah, we golfed. There was a lot of good things.
How long were you married to her for?
I look at it, 2 movies.
Were they good ones or bad ones?
Well, I wasn't in them. I was hoping that I'd get a movie out of it.
Now, that would be a bad reason to date her, to hope to get a movie career.
Listen, I didn't say I did it for the right reasons. That's probably why it didn't last. But Clint, one of the
She's very pretty from what I've seen.
Well, so am I.
Yeah.
But listen, one of the last things Clint said to me was, he's like, "You son of a bitch."
Yeah.
And I was like, "You called me son."
Yeah, that's nice.
That's all I ever wanted.
Now, did it end poorly?
No, she's still rich.
No, but I mean, did you get any money out of it?
Listen, I'm here, aren't I?
Did you have kids?
I didn't take a bus to New York.
Did you have kids with her?
No, listen,
Bad move.
It just didn't work out.
How long were you married?
I think about 6 months. But listen, we got married in Vegas. Allison's great.
Oh my God, he must have wanted to kill you.
10.5 months. right?
He must have wanted to kill you, marry his daughter in Vegas.
On the flight home from Vegas, she did say, you know, I don't think we should live together, and I still want to date other people.
Oh.
So we came out of the gate powerful. I was the first husband to try and take my wife's last name.
Well, I can see where that hurts. Now, what was he doing? The Bridges of Madison County at the time, or like what big hit movie was he doing? Because he does one a year. I mean,
I'd have to look back. I'd have to check my records.
Do you feel you affected his work?
I think it got better. It got angrier. The Bridges of Madison County, I think he wanted to throw me off the bridge.
The Unforgiven, I was going to say, is based on you. Well, that's fascinating. What years were you married to her? When was this?
You know,
you're not going to get specific on this.
I'm trying to remember.
Was it early 90s, mid 90s, 2000s, 80s?
No, in the 90s at some point.
You got divorced in January of 2000.
Okay. Then
January 2, you got divorced.
See, you do work here.
And now at that point, what do? You start dating Robert Shaw's daughter?
No, I went with Morgan Freeman's daughter and Gene Hackman's, and then I realized I just loved the movie Unforgiven. No, I stopped dating movie stars' daughters.
Well, it can be very disconcerting.
I know. I asked Nick Cage.
I know, exactly. Who did he date? Well, he dated Elvis's daughter, didn't he?
Yeah, but at least mine was alive.
You know what you need? Brando. One of those Tahitian broads Brando fathered. That would be a move, man. But
I'd look into it if you can find her for me.
So now, did you get married after that? It's a long time ago.
No. I doubt I'll ever get married again.
That ruined it for you.
Artie?
Yeah.
He was around for Space Cowboy.
Oh, my God, Space Cowboy.
I take full responsible for that.
I was going to say, thank God you got out of his life.
Man, if I'd known he was doing Space Cowboy, I don't know if I would have married her.
Did you spend Thanksgiving with him?
We did. We had some meals together.
Now, at what point do you ask to be in a movie?
The day I meet him.
Let's put our cards on the table.
Probably the first thing I asked. It's like, listen, you want me out of this marriage? Give me a membership to Pebble Beach, and I want to be a space cowboy.
How bad do you want out of this? Okay. Okay. How bad do you want out of
Listen, she was great. It just wasn't meant to be.
Did you want to be the Asian kid in Gran Torino?
I still do.
Does that kid have to be Asian, Clint? Let's think about this. Let's think about it.
He did. He had to be. Or else they wouldn't get the tax credit from Detroit.
Back with the Artie Lange Show after this.
We'll be right back.
Back with the Artie Lange Show. Kirk Fox here, host of the new show, The Test. Syndicated show, 3 p.m. here in New York City. You were a pro tennis player.
Tennis has been a big part of my life.
What a background you have.
Wow.
I mean, just what an interesting guy you are here. I mean, now,
And then
why has tennis been a big part? Now, what happened? Do you not play anymore?
No, I still play, but I taught tennis for 10 or 15 years in Beverly Hills. Every movie I've ever gotten was because I taught tennis to.
Did you bang a lot of broads? That must have been nice.
Someone had to.
Yeah, I'm just saying, Beverly Hills teaching tennis, a couple of rich blondes, right?
Even redheads.
Oh God.
Wow.
Maybe a brunette.
That's fantastic. That's that's the way to go. See, if I were you, I would have really tried to, marry. Well, you were married to a rich girl, but it didn't work out.
Dan Filato's a big tennis fan.
Is he?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Do you
that.
play?
I'll win tonight.
Do you play?
A little bit. Not much. I just like to watch.
One hand, two-handed backhand? Do you get to the net? What are you afraid of? How's your serve?
He's not aggressive enough. I can tell you right now.
Exactly. I'm afraid of being alone on a court with Mike Buschetti. That's what I'm afraid of.
No, he's not aggressive enough because in life, Dan is too much of a nice guy.
Then play doubles. Make sure there's two other people there. That should be, just take baby steps. I see a good future for you.
I apologize, Kirk, because I don't want to get Gino upset. Gino, what is your, do you have an analysis of the game? An update?
It's actually a commercial with a cowboy and a cow right now.
But what happened before the commercial?
Oh, the Texans tied it up on a touchdown pass to Owen Daniels.
Sorry to bother you with that. Jesus.
No. I'm just saying.
A touchdown to Owen Daniels?
Owen Daniels.
Artie, maybe he's upset because you interrupt his football game.
Well, no, he's here to look at that and say it. But
Thank you for that update. That was
Thank
good.
you.
Well, I mean,
what was the final of the Eagles-Redskins?
The Eagles ended up winning, 33-27.
Yeah.
So was that a cover?
28.
Did they cover?
No, 27.
27?
Did they cover?
Eagles covered. Eagles were getting 4.
Oh, my God.
Chargers right now are tied 7-all, and they're getting 6.5.
It's not going to last. The Chargers will lose by 3 touchdowns.
Are you gambling?
Well, that's because
man?
they don't have Manti Te'o.
Kirk, you
He's out
gambling?
with his imaginary girlfriend.
Do you
Oh, no,
gamble?
she's dead.
I try not to.
No. You're not even on tennis, something you know a lot about. You ever, U.S. Open, try to handicap
I
it
just
a little
hate
bit?
losing money.
Is there
Right,
betting
that
on
sucks.
tennis? I mean,
just-
people.
Yeah.
What are
You
talking
can bet
about?
on
I don't
anything.
know.
Of course you can bet on tennis.
I was in a bar with the 2 guys that had money on the game tonight. The U.S. Who's in it? The good guy.
Go to the
Sampras, right?
sports book. at the
Nadal
Mar-
and Djokovic.
McEnroe. Who's a good
the
tennis
sports
player?
book at the sports book.
Agassi,
Jimmy Connors.
The sports book at the Mirage in Vegas. You
Did
can
he-
bet.
did
You
he-
bet on 2 kids playing wiffle ball in
Did
Minnesota.
Alien Nastasi play tonight?
Yeah.
It was hard getting that joke out. I'll tell you.
Whoever they were showing, they kept showing his girlfriend. His girlfriend is really hot. Really hot.
Whose girlfriend?
Who's the guy that was playing tonight? Dan, you
Djokovic.
followed
Nadal
this.
and Djokovic.
Yeah,
Nadal's
his-
girlfriend's not so hot. Djokovic's is.
Well, whoever they were showing was hot. Like, it's literally
That's Nadal. Nadal's hot. That's what you're thinking of.
he's a good-looking son of a bitch. I'm not going to lie to
He
you.
is cute.
I'd like to string his racket.
Well, you probably could. He's still in town.
Ryan Matthews around the corner, 3 big yards, and he did not fumble.
This guy's a Charger fan. How annoying. And you're from San
That's
Diego.
amazing.
He's from San Diego. He's
He's
not a
Charger fan.
He
He's just
doesn't-
from San
He
Diego.
says he doesn't like him.
Dan Fouts, come on.
Dude,
Telling the Winslow.
I don't mean any
Eric
disrespect.
Coryell.
If you're a
Eric
Charger
Coryell.
fan, you'd be losing sleep. Like 12
Lance-
fumbles. They're highlighting how many times he fumbled the ball.
Yeah.
You're a good person. You wouldn't let the Chargers ruin your life.
I want to thank Kirk
Sure I would.
Fox. I want to
Sure I
thank
would.
Kirk Fox for coming. We have to go.
I'll give anyone a chance.
Kirk Fox, the host of the show The Test.
The test.
Mondays. Do we follow you on Twitter and all that stuff?
Why wouldn't you?
What is it?
At Kirk Fox.
At Kirk Fox.
Or go to thetesttv.com and
TheTestTV.com.
why wouldn't you, Artie?
Come back anytime.
Okay, I'll be here tomorrow.
Okay? That's fine with us. Gino Bisconti, unfortunately, will be here the rest of the night. The Artie Lange Show.